Well, here I am on Salute. It's the first time I've been down to our little sailboat this year. It's Memorial Day weekend, and kicking off the season, our boating season anyway, in the Pacific Northwest. And what a great day for this, because we have the bluest skies I think I've seen in a long time. A remarkable day compared to what we've been through. So here's a sequence of videos. One is being on Puget Sound and the greater Salish Sea via power. And then if you stick around, my favorite sequence is coming up. My dad worked aboard the steamer ferry Scenic, which transported passengers to and from Victoria, Canada, from Port Angeles in the 40s, after a stint in the Merchant Marines. He loved small boats and fishing. Here he is fishing for salmon on Hood Canoe. He also loved fishing for trout in local lakes. Thanks, Dad, for imparting your love to me of boating and fishing. This is my mother-in-law's boyfriend, John. John grew up in Oregon. He ran a ferry on Lake Powell and 2 stern-wheelers, one at Bandon, Oregon, and another near Portland. I met him when he was running a charter boat named Sea Venture out of Ilwaco at the mouth of the Columbia River. We fished with him several times and caught lots of salmon. We found a watercolor of Sea Venture in a gallery in Ilwaco. John passed away a few months back. He's living the dream on God's celestial ocean. We will miss you, John.
Oh, you think telling JR he can't do something makes a difference? How long have you known him?
Quite a while.
It's not long enough, apparently.
Since '74.
Because I'm going to say, telling him that he can't do something just gives him more the reason to do it.
And he hasn't changed a bit.
Is that good or bad?
You knew that.
Not good.
So this is Rob. I haven't hooked up with him in perhaps 20 years.
Yeah, it's about 20.
And he and I have a lot of history together sailing.
All bad.
We sailed all these waters, and actually we dug out these waters, so you can thank us for that.
Yeah.
You're saying that you dredged?
Yeah, we dredged these waters for y'all.
It was the Indians.
Yeah, they helped. Yeah. And Rob threw me in the water up in the Canadian waters of Rosario Strait. Well, why did I fall off?
Well, you were doing jumping jacks on the front of the boat like an idiot, and
you turned the boat, and when I came down, there was no boat left because you had changed directions. I came straight down into the water.
But we did get to do a man overboard drill.
That was the intention, right?
It was the first one we'd ever done.
Calm day, though. It was flat calm.
And it was hot.
Yeah. And we used to snorkel for crab, cook them on the Coleman stoves on the deck of the 21-foot boat we had, Clipper. Also, you sailed my Columbia.
Yep.
We had a 23-foot. And then we had a big voyage up to Canada.
Yep, on my boat.
On a 27-foot Santana. And I think that was the last time we really had been together.
Yep, we haven't seen each other since.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get reconnected? Let's hear that story.
was kind of thinking about him, and
Was it late at night? Were you lonely?
yes,
Terrible. Okay, so you were late. It was late at night. You were lonely.
I was thinking, wonder what Jim's doing nowadays, and I found him on his Facebook page,
Okay, that's a good.
Scenic Edge Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
I googled his name, J.R. Hudson,
Okay.
and said photographer,
Okay.
and I figured that was a likely scenario, and it worked out.
We were also roommates.
Yeah, roommates for about a year
Yeah,
back in.
right in the flight path to SeaTac. Whenever the plane went by, we all had to stop talking.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have to stop talking. We had to stop hearing.
Well, JR never stops talking. Are you leaving already?
Yep, I'm gonna go. Let you guys get out.
Let's not make it another 20 years,
Say
okay?
you're coming sailing, so
Yep.
don't make a liar out of yourself. You're doing it.
Too late for that.
You're doing it. I look forward to doing it. You have a lot going on in your life. We're about to be passed behind us by one of the Washington State ferries. Ferries are a fabulous way for people that do not own a boat to experience, at least for, I think it's about 30 minutes on this ferry, to at least get out on the water. It's a fun event, I think, now that COVID's over, to get out on the deck. And they're probably standing on the deck looking out going, look at those guys in that little sailboat. I bet you they're having a lot of fun, and they'd be right about that, because we are. The opportunity to get out and sail, and my house is just a few minutes from here, and the opportunity for me to jump on a boat and sail in these gorgeous waters where you have both islands around you and mountains in the distance, and it just is hard to beat the scenery and the opportunity. We will almost always see whales. I was out here on Saturday, and sure enough, we saw a gray whale that actually paralleled the boat for probably 20 minutes. And the time before that, I was out and saw one too. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one today. So it really is an opportunity to get out and see a lot of amazing things, and just have nothing's more Pacific Northwest than the ferry in the background on a sunset or a Sunday afternoon for a sail.
All set, Ed. Thanks. So my preferred method of boating on Puget Sound in the greater Salish Sea is to go by sailboat. There's just something about managing a wind-powered craft. Once we get out on the water and we get the sails up, it's such a pleasurable experience. My favorite sequence is coming up next.
what's it like being on one of these sailboats?
Wicked sailing.